My father almost died, and the person who kept visiting him every day was the woman I called Mom, sitting on our pastor's lap. I'm in university right now, and this thing is eating me alive. I only came home because my dad was rushed to hospital. Since then, nothing has been the same. And honestly, I don't even know who to tell or where to start. Okay, let me explain. I'm the last born in my family. I have 2 older brothers, twins. They've both finished university and moved out, living their own lives. So it's always been me, Mom, and Dad at home. And when I told you we were a happy family, I mean it. Or I thought we were. We're Christians, very committed. My mom was recently ordained as a deaconess. Mom is a very religious person. Even if you skip church once, she sees you as the devil. She's always in church, whether it is normal church service or evening service. People respected her. They still do. And my dad, Daddy. Daddy was the type who could give his last money as an offering. Even though he's not as active in church as my mom, he always supports church activities in any way he can. Everyone knew him as a generous man. Me and him, we've always been close. Daddy's girl. That's what I've been since I was little. As the only girl child, my dad doesn't play with me at all. I always feel safe when I'm with him. For my mom, even though she's always there like every mother, but we are not that close. I will say everything was normal, but maybe it wasn't as normal as I thought. Because sometimes at night, I'd hear my parents arguing. Loud, not like normal couples, proper shouting. I would sit on my bed and just freeze. I could never hear every word, but I would catch things. My mom's voice, sharp. My dad, trying to calm her, but his tone raised too. Every time I asked them what was wrong, they'd both smile and say it's nothing, just adult talk. But it didn't sound like nothing. And then our pastor, he started visiting more and more, sometimes in the afternoon and evening after meal to talk to my parents. This was something I didn't like, but I had no say. And Mom, she suddenly became very, very busy with church duties, like very busy. Always meetings, always programs. I thought, okay, maybe this is what happens when someone becomes deaconess. But still, I can't lie, it made me uncomfortable. For Daddy, he never changes. They argued a lot, but they'd always tell me it's nothing. It's nothing. Last year, I got into university. So now it was just Mom and Dad at home, plus a little girl staying with them for some time. Then, a few months ago, I received a call. It was from my daddy. His voice was weak, and he just said, "If you are not too busy, please rush to the hospital." My heart dropped. I called Mom immediately to ask what was going on. She said, "Oh, it's nothing serious. We are taking care of him. Just focus on school." But something in me, I didn't trust her. I can't explain it, but I just knew I had to go. So I left campus and went straight to the hospital. And when I saw my dad lying on that bed, tubes in his arm, his skin pale, I broke down. I cried like a baby. I sat beside my dad and we had a very long conversation. He said the doctor said he should check what he takes in. It's like he has been taking something which is slow acting. My dad didn't really open up to me what it was. I was confused, shocked, because Daddy never eats outside. So how? How could that be? And then Daddy told me something else. He said Mom has stopped coming to the hospital. That one day she came, they had an argument and she packed the food she bought for him and left. Since then, she never came back to see him. And while on the hospital bed, she still calls him to ask for money. It was a family friend, not Mom, who had been bringing him food. When Daddy told me this, my blood boiled. I was pissed. I told him, "Don't worry, I'll go home and cook for you before I return to campus." But deep down, I knew I wasn't just going to cook. I was going to confront my mother. I was too angry to even call her and say I was coming. I just left. And what I saw when I opened that door, I will never forget. When I pushed the door open, the house was quiet. Too quiet. No smell of food, no sound of TV, just quiet. But when I stepped into the living room, my heart nearly stopped. My mom was there, but not alone. Our pastor, his coat was on the back of the chair, his shoes neatly placed on the rug like he was at home. And my mom, my own mother, she was sitting on the sofa with her legs stretched over our pastor's lap. They were laughing, eating fruits together from one bowl like teenagers in love. I froze. I couldn't move. I couldn't even breathe. I dropped my bag and the sound was so loud in that silence. They both looked up at me like I was the stranger, like I was the intruder in my own father's house. And in that moment, my whole world got small and dark. I kept saying it in my head over and over. I know what I saw. I know what I saw. My mom jumped up immediately, almost pushing the football aside. Her face changed. She said, "Oh, you are back. The pastor just came for us to pray. You know, our usual family prayer meetings, right? Since daddy is not feeling well, he has been helping us in prayers. So I just invited him for us to pray. It is nothing serious. It is not what you are thinking, my daughter." Praying, with her legs across his lap, with fruit in their hands and smells on their faces. Don't insult me. My body knew the truth before my brain could even catch up. This wasn't prayer. This wasn't innocent. And it wasn't the first time. I started remembering things. How the pastor came to the house almost every evening after service. How mom's schedule suddenly changed. Always meetings. Always church duties. And worst part, while dad was lying in the hospital, it wasn't mom who was there feeding him. It was a family friend. Mom had stopped coming completely after their arguments. But here she was, laughing with the pastor, my father's pastor, my mother's pastor, like our pastor. The mask fell off that day, and everything I thought I knew about my family, it just shattered. When I remembered what the doctor said, my stomach twisted. He told us there were unusual traces in dad's system. He said it looked slow acting. I'm not a doctor. I don't even understand half of it. But the way he said it, the way he looked at us, it felt serious. And then I thought of dad, my father who never eats outside. He always said, if food doesn't come from this house, I'm not eating. So then where did it come from? Who was giving it to him? And a thought entered my mind. A thought so dark I wanted to spit it out. But it stuck. What if it was mom? What if my mother was the one giving my father the slow? I feel sick even saying it. I hate myself for thinking it. But how do I ignore it when I saw her like that? How? If a doctor says unusual traces, that's not normal. At all. Proper testing is needed. This family needs answers. But I couldn't discuss it with anyone. I just kept it to myself. Eventually, dad got discharged. But he didn't come home. He went straight to live with his brother. And guess what? All of a sudden, my mother started acting nice toward my dad. Even since the day I saw her with the pastor. And the pastor, oh, he kept showing up in public, smiling, preaching, acting holy. Everyone sees him as a man of God. But me, when I watch him stand at the pulpit on Sunday, I see the same man who sat on my sofa with my mother's legs across his lap. Watching them laugh on stage, then remembering their laughter in my living room, it's like living in two different worlds, and I'm stuck between them. And now I don't know what to do. Tell my dad? But he still worships this evil man. He still believes in the church, in the pastor. If I tell him, it might break him. It might kill him faster than the sickness. And for my brothers, they are twins, but they're different. One is hot-headed. He will fight. He might even attack the pastor. The other one, he might tell me I'm imagining things that I need proof. And what if I'm wrong? What if I ruin my father's faith for nothing? What if I destroy my family because of suspicion? But what if I'm right? What if my silence kills my father? Every day I carry this weight. I can't focus in class. I cry at night. I pray, but my prayers feel empty. And that image, my mom's legs on his lap, the fruit bowl between them, their laughter stopping the second they saw me, it won't leave me. So I'm leaving this here because I can't carry it alone anymore. Please, I need advice. Should I tell my dad? Should I tell my brothers? Or should I stay quiet and let this thing eat me alive? Because right now, I feel like I'm living in a nightmare. And I don't know how to wake up. I'm shaking even as I type this. Please help me. I don't even know what to even say. Over to you guys. This story might be over, but the conversation continues.